Okay, so far as we have learned, we are all embodiments of this one universal consciousness, and there is only one consciousness. And as Charles says it, this consciousness, the consciousness which focuses on the brain cell of every single individual is the same consciousness which is surrounding every single individual. There is only one, okay? And this one substance, we are this substance. We are conscious ourselves. We think ourselves. We can't be the body. We're much more than the body, because in order for the body to physically hear itself, we would need to physically speak. But we have thoughts. Like, we could hear ourselves without even talking, without saying anything. We can hear our own thoughts. There's something inside of us that is separate from the body. Something inside of us that is living inside of this temple. Know ye not that ye are the temple of a living God? 1 Corinthians 3:16. Okay, Chapter 10 of The Science of Being Great by Wallace D. Wattles. Idealization. You are a thinking center in original substance, and the thoughts of original substance have creative power. Whatever is formed in its thought and held as a thought form must come into existence as a visible and so-called material form, and a thought form held in thinking substance is a reality. It is a real thing, whether it has yet become visible to the mortal eye or not. This is a fact that you should impress upon your understanding, that a thought held in thinking substance is a real thing, a form, and has actual existence. Although it is not visible to you, you internally take the form in which you think of yourself, and you surround yourself with the invisible forms of those things with which you associate in your thoughts. Okay, remember, whatever thoughts we think, all this paragraph is saying, the thought forms we habitually held in mind, we take on in form. Okay, we express it in the outer world. Okay, that is how God creates, through thinking, through thoughts. That is how you create, through the process of thinking. Remember, there is only one activity which the Spirit possesses, and you and I are Spirit. Remember, the I of you, the invisible substance of you, the I of you that is in control of the mind, the I of you that is in control of the body. It is the I in you that we need to impress upon our own understandings, that the thought held in this thinking substance is a real thing, a form. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever heard or not, but your thoughts are real things, okay? They are real forms. And whatever thoughts you are thinking, they travel along this ether in the form of electricity through the law of vibration, okay? Electromagnetism. Yeah, everything's made out of electromagnetism. And your thoughts travel across the wings of the ether through the form of electricity. Okay, and whatever the thought for it, I know you guys have thought of something and it ended up happening. Whether you were thinking of some person, whether you were thinking of some place, whether you remembered something and then boom, or you were thinking of a car and you ended up seeing the car right across the street, excuse me, sorry. But your thoughts are things, I know for a fact that you've been with, let's say, a friend, for example. You're in your own atmosphere. You're in each other's atmosphere. You're sharing one mental atmosphere, one physical atmosphere, one electromagnetic field. You two are melding together. And I know for a fact that you thought something and then they said, oh, I was thinking that same thing. Or maybe vice versa, okay? Because you guys are in tune with each other and you're sharing each other's thoughts, okay? That's what happens with a lot of people when they are, and a lot of people aren't aware of this, that this is happening, but we really are in tune with each other, and we have the power to communicate with each other without having to speak words, okay? It's the power of our mind. It's the power of thinking. Just some food for thought, think about that a little bit. And, yeah, put it into practice, why not? Try it out. If you desire a thing, picture it clearly and hold the picture steadily in mind until it becomes a definite thought form. And if your practices are not such as to separate you from God, the thing you want will come to you in material form. You must do so in obedience to the law by which the universe was created. Okay. The thing you want will come to you in material form, but it has to be held steadily in mind to become a definite thought form. Okay, now remember, one example I also would take, okay, it has to be clear. It has to be a clear-cut image, because just like a camera, if the camera's not in focus, you're going to be getting a hazy view of whatever it is you're recording. Okay, likewise with you. Okay, if your vision, if your thoughts, if your thought forms aren't clear and precise, okay, they're going to be like the camera. Okay, you have no clear, concise thing of what you want. Okay, so since it's not completely clear, you're not going to have a definite goal or end in view on how to attain it. Okay, remember, we as individuals have the power to create our life, okay, and we do that through thoughts, words, and actions. And also, the actions we dictate, writing down goals. We need to write down goals, because everybody has dreams, but it's only until you turn those dreams into a goal where you could actually make that dream a reality. Because remember, action is the third level of creation, and the only way you can make your dreams come true is by taking the necessary actions to making it happen. Okay. So the thing you want will come to you in material form. Okay, you have to continuously have this thought form held in mind, because remember, when you switch, when you don't have your thought forms held steadily to a purpose, and you're always thinking of something else, remember, you must first think of it in order to do it. And if you're consciously shooting your thoughts everywhere, you're not going to have one definite goal in view. It must do so in obedience to the law by which the universe was created. Make no thought form of yourself in connection with disease or sickness, but form a conception of health. Make a thought form of yourself as strong and hardy and perfectly well. Impress this thought form on creative intelligence, and if your practices are not in violation of the laws by which the physical body is built, your thought form will become manifest in your flesh. This is also certain: it comes by obedience to law. Make a thought form of yourself as you desire to be, and set your ideal as near to perfection as your imagination is capable of forming the conception. Let me illustrate. If a young law student wishes to become great, let him picture himself, while attending to the viewpoint, consecration, and identification as previously directed, as a great lawyer. Okay, and what is the viewpoint? By seeing the world as becoming, okay, something that is growing into and not something that is decaying. Okay, and what is consecration? Consecration is our own obedience to the soul, okay, our own obedience to the principle of power that is within us, forever impelling us towards the upper and advancing way. And then lastly, we had identification, identifying yourself as one with the source and one with this infinite substance, okay, as previously described as a great lawyer, pleading his case with matchless eloquence and power before the judge and jury, as having an unlimited command of truth, of knowledge, and of wisdom. Let him picture himself as a great lawyer in every possible situation and contingency, while he is still only the student in all circumstances. Let him never fail or forget to be the great lawyer in his thought form of himself. As the thought form grows more definite and habitual in his mind, the creative energies, both within and without, are set at work. He begins to manifest the form from within, and all the essentials without, which go into the picture begin to be impelled toward him. He makes himself into the image, and God works with him. Nothing can prevent him from being what he wishes to be. Wow. Okay. So, always picture yourself as the greatest possible version of you that you have, okay? Whatever it is that you're trying to go for, whatever your goals and dreams are, whatever person that you want to be, okay? Never let you fail yourself. Never fail to see yourself as that great person, because you know what? You are that person already, okay? You are as great as the greatest, okay? And all are your equal, okay? There is nobody greater than you are, okay? The only difference is how that is how they are using their own creative faculties. They're using their faculties in a great way. That is what makes them a seemingly great person, okay? But we're all great. We all have the ability to do anything that we wish to be. We just need to learn how to take our power and use it in a great and constructive way, okay? So, never let us fail to see ourselves as the best possible version that we can be, because all of our energies will be set into motion, okay? As that thought form grows more definite within us, the more we start to embody that, okay? The more you move into that stage of energy. Remember, life is a state of consciousness, as Emmett Fox says, and whatever state of consciousness you're in, whatever energies you are emitting, okay, whatever frequencies you are releasing, you take on the form of that, and not only do you express that, but you're also attracting it towards you. Okay?